What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called Carbonflesh. Kind of an interesting little mashup between a train heist game, an RPG, a clicker game. I don't know. I have no idea how I feel about this game. I've played for about 45 minutes so far, but it is unique and it is interesting, so maybe somebody else will find it interesting too. If after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. You can check it out there. You can also check out links to my Discord, my Twitch stream, and other associated Nerd Castle stuff down there in the bottom. But let's go ahead and start off a new game.
How long?
About 5 days.
Death or the brain in the jar treatment?
A gravestone will be a luxury at this point.
Do you like what I've done with the place?
For a man rotting inside his own mind, you've got an eye for composition.
I think it's missing a rug. Would really tie the place together.
A hell of a rug. You know, heaven might need a rug too.
Heaven. What a ludicrous concept.
Just because you're comatose on a prison train and your life's work will be used as your eternal torture device doesn't mean you've run out of options.
You're both the worst motivational speaker and worst alarm clock I've ever known.
In your own words, a brain implant with a destiny, which is quite endearing.
Together with a man without one, which you found entertaining.
You know there is no turning back after this.
There never was.
I'm sure you have a number of questions. Firstly,
Bathroom location.
far left.
Alright, so welcome to the train. We are actively in this thing. Like, on a certain level, this is like a point-and-click RPG, but on like another level, it's also a clicker game. It's got a bunch of weird stuff going on. But effectively, we're going to have a whole bunch of meters that we have to babysit. We have a time limit on the wall for when the train arrives and we get lobotomized. And we are a world-class cyberware hacker. This is a cyberpunk universe, and we kind of cruise through the digital ether like an apex predator, and so we need to use our skills to get out of here. Let's go to the shower. Inside the shower, you'll see that our hygiene meter will de-res a little bit, but it is going to fill on up.
All right, give me the short version.
Most of your organs are shot up, but I'm working overtime with your internal chemicals so you're functional and not in pain.
Appreciated.
I'm monitoring your needs, the big six, in real time, so you can either train them or use food to compensate. Be really careful with these. They're as fragile as you've ever been.
So now that we've all been gifted all of our different meters, basically across the course of the game is that we need to slowly shut down the train and escape via hacking various subsystems while also making sure that none of our bodily functions fall out of whack, because when we were taken into custody we got beat to hell, but we have an implant that sort of like regulates our internal repairs. And so let's see what the deck has for us. This deck right here, it's going to give you various options that you can play around with when it comes to escaping the train. So in the past, we have Inverted Strength. You were doubting yourself, maybe for a reason.
This does feel accurate.
Hack the Train. So we have an Inverted High Princess. You are withdrawn, full of secrets, yet silent. And then we have the Hermit. You will be soul-searching and looking for guidance. I got different cards the last time I played through, so I don't actually know if these do anything different based on what comes up.
Dated of a system. Find and buy an eye-hole drill on the black market.
Alright, I will buy your eye-hole drill. We've been given 90 drachmas to play around with. Let's go ahead and search for hacking items. Hacking item search is the eye-hole drill. So we got to get one of those bad boys installed. Would you recommend this product? I don't know. I haven't installed it in my face yet.
Use the printer console next to the bathroom.
All right, we also have a 3D printer inside of our cell, which is a weird thing for a prison administration to give access to for a notorious hacker, but we're not going to question it, all right? We need to go in here, and everything in this game has a manufacturing time. Everything has a time cost, and everything reduces your meters. So let's go ahead and get the eye-hole drill going.
Keep an eye on the timer. Don't left.
Eye-hole drill's all ready to go, and so we got 15 minutes until that gets done. What do we want to do with our 15 minutes here? Can I do anything else on the black market? Can't do anything on the black market just yet. Let's maybe focus on our fitness for a minute.
It's a cheat, but if I didn't, you'd crumble to the ground.
All right, so now we've only got 15 seconds left. I'm just going to wait that out in isolation and prepare it for edits. All right, so our eye-hole drill is all nice and done. Let's get up in the fridge. Everything we manufacture is going to end up inside of the fridge. And here we go. We've got our first piece of cyberware, which is going to help us get off this train.
If your eye causes you to sin, cast it out. It is better to enter the kingdom of God with one eye than to have two and be cast into hell.
Not even a noise out of him either, dude. He just shoved like 5 needles into his eyeball. I feel like I would have made some kind of sound if I had go through that kind of transformation. Just seems like it'd be shockingly and ridiculously painful. Okay, so now we got to break 10 seals on the train. And that's our window. I don't think that opens yet. Yeah, the window doesn't open yet. You learned it, so as you start to get control of the train subsystems, you'll be able to do different things with your room. So I've got tutorials over there, we have train controls, and we have a black market ready to go. So on the black market, we need to grab some basic things to keep ourselves alive. It's going to take us about 5 minutes to search a black market to get access to food, 5 minutes to get access to drinks so that we can keep our food and water meters all nice and taken care of. We've only got 40 bucks left in our pocket right now. What does tea do for me? It raises rest, food, comfort, and focus. Yeah, let's get tea. And let's get synth fruit. That looks good. We also have the sell menu, where we can start to compile books from our memory unit, like all the things we read that made us into a master hacker. We can open up a bookshop over here, and with the bookshop from the things that we've learned, you can earn money from other prisoners on the train, or wherever the hell they are that are making use of your hacking knowledge. We can also do like little jobs over here, and we can choose our username, Cash Falcon. There we go.
Jobs that you can finish on time. Your biggest enemy here is poor planning.
So we can also earn cash by doing various mercenary work on the internet as a hacker. So someone was exposed on the internet and they want revenge, and it'll take us 50 minutes to do that. Let's go ahead and start it on up, and we'll see how it plays. We can click to make the time go down faster, but I'm not entirely sure that it actually works. And this is where the clicker game mechanic comes on in. Whenever you're doing a task, you can click in order to do it faster. But like I said, I'm not super sure if the clicking is actually working or not. The hack is complete, though. We made $9 and we're now infamous level 1. Good stuff. Who murdered my husband? For $1? That's it? Just for $1? You want to find out who killed your husband? Man, you must not have liked your husband very much. We've got hacking improvements over here. This is where you make your clicking more effective when you are inside of various mini games. So you can do it so that it like passively clicks on its own. You can make it so that your clicks do more damage, that kind of stuff. And so we'll go ahead and pick up 1 extra damage real fast. We also need to start 3D printing our food. And so I'll probably go like half teas right there. And I'll probably go half synth fruits. That way I can fill stuff up as necessary in order to make my life a little bit easier. All of your meters here level up. If you see a green meter underneath them, every time we do that task, we get better at it, which makes our meter more resilient to going down. An overall kind of guess at how good you're doing right now is this performance meter up here at the top. And so let's do... I can hack the train right now. I don't know if I need to hack the train right now. It'll take us 16 minutes to install an eye hole drill. Okay, so we're basically putting a cyberjack into our cell so that we can get it. I guess it does go kind of faster now that I'm looking. Like, I was clicking earlier on like 2-hour jobs, and I couldn't tell if the number was going down. It looks like it is, so that's good.
An escape is only as successful as how much cash you've got on you.
Yeah, I would suggest we make some money right now. Let's go ahead and earn some cash. Need a crack for a game. There it is. All right, I will write you a crack for your game. See, for this one right here, it looks like the number's not going down as fast as I'm clicking, because I'm clicking really fast. But the other one, I felt it on in there, so maybe some stuff you can click and some stuff it's just kind of like ancillary and it doesn't actually do anything. I don't have 20 bucks to open up the bookshop yet, but it does give you passive income. I don't know, like, what are our meters looking like right now? Food is... Do I have anything that gives me focus?
All the nutrients you can get.
So we've got some tea over here.
As you can. This isn't the time to be
yeah, let's restore some of our meters with the tea real fast. Like, 3 bags of tea should be good enough, plus it'll have enough caffeine to get our eyeballs really jostling. We also should probably hack another subsystem on the train, so we can do hydraulics, we can do something, or we can do engineering. Engineering feels like a pretty smart thing to get control of, so let's get control of engineering real fast. There we go, let's get this done. Efficiency, speed, style.
I called a false error to temporarily hold the train. These things break down all the time.
Use it only once per subsystem. We don't want to raise any red flags.
Alright, we bought ourselves like 38 seconds after all the cutscene and everything else has been spoken for. I will probably... So synth fruit is still being manufactured. Apparently I have control of the train horn now and I can honk it. Alright. Oh, and I can also open up my windows so that I get like a better view while I'm cruising towards my inevitable death. Okay, let's spend a little bit more time hacking another system of the train. Electronics, yeah, let's do that. Alright, let's get my clicking finger all nice and moved on up. You gotta stand there like a wizard while you hack, okay? It makes the hack more effective. I don't know if that did anything for me, but hey, we control the electrical system now inside the train. We've broken 2 seals. We need to get 300 drachmas. All of my meters look somewhat okay. Are there any jobs here where I can earn some cash? Who murdered my husband? This person liked their husband considerably more because they're paying $7 entire. I'll take it. All right, the hack was complete, and we got $7, and the funds have been added to our wallet, which means that we can open up the bookstore now. So let's unlock that.
It'll take some time to get a regular stream of income, but it's worth it.
We'll call it Fat Stacks Publishing. Oh, nope, not publizing. There we go. If we're working in books and we're working, you know, in generalized literacy, we should probably learn to spell properly. It's going to take an hour for us to write these books down. My focus is a little bit low right now. Where's all of my manufacturing at? There we go. Keep that all nice and queued up, and then I need to stare at candles for a minute, because obviously you must center your mind.
I need to be alone for this.
I don't have anything that tells me where my meter is at. It looks like it auto stops when it's full. Alright, I'll take that. Do I have any hacking improvements? I do have hacking improvements. Nice. Okay, let's get a... Let's get passive speed per hit, and then we'll make ourselves hit even harder while we're trying to get tasks done. I don't know if I want to hack the train right now or what I want to do. Our food should be not done, so let's go ahead and work out for a minute so that we can keep our fitness meter all nice and full up. And then we'll worry about our other meters as soon as that gets done. All right, so we've taken care of that. We need food. I should have some syntho fruit in here. I can get like a little bit of rest back from the tea, but unfortunately, I think water gives us hygiene, like drinking water or something. All right, that meter's now filled back up, and we have a new subsystem that we can fiddle with. Let me take a little nap time first.
You'll take an optimal rest. Also rise anytime before that.
All right, so meters are looking somewhat okay right now. Get a little bit more tea right there. I'll probably order up some water too, because water fills up food and hygiene simultaneously. So I think having like a good docket of stuff just available for our perusal would be a good idea. But let's get to writing some of these books. So we've got cartomancy. I don't know what that is, but let's start from the top. There we go. Give me that fat multiplier to my processing speed. Let's go! All right, so we got that done. Let's write a book on economics real quick. And once we finished off these books, they just passively sell on the internet, and we just get free money every now and again. But you've got to build up like a really, really good stock, because with like any of these books, they'll probably buy like one every 12 hours. And so having a lot of these is a really good idea. This will be the last book that we write right here. All right, so there's 3 books done. We've got a few more adaptations that we can play around with. I would say let's get passive speed per hit. That sounds good. And then we also need to increase the max passive speed that we can get per click so that it goes a little bit faster. We've got to worry about our hygiene. We don't have any money, so let me earn some cash real fast. Landlord is spying on me. Yeah, sure, why not? I think we can give that a go. All right, so we've got $11 right now to play around with. Did T give me focus? If T gave me focus, I need some focus. It gives me rest, too. I can take that. Let's jump on the horn over here. And on the black market, we want to buy the blueprint for water. Oh, nice. Sick. We've got 3 more adaptation points. Hell yeah. Let's go with that one right there because it allows my max passive speed to go faster. And I think that building up the passive speed's a really good idea. On our printer, we'll get like some waters. There we go. We'll get a little bit more fruit, a couple more things to rattle around. And then I need to focus up.
Do you want to know how long you remained comatose?
No. Would anyone?
Ate a little bit of food, so we're looking good on that front. It may be time to knock out another subsystem on the train and get to the inner ring, because this one's only going to take me 48 minutes, and it gives me control of the hydraulic system. Get that multiplier going, babe. Oh, yeah, we're cruising now.
That's a layer completed. Move on to the next one.
All right, I will move on to the next one. What else do I have going on here? Have I earned any money from books? No, nobody wants to read my books. To be fair, they're more like manifestos than actual books, so I can kind of understand why some people would be a little bit upset about the things that I'm writing in there. We leveled up our hygiene. That's good. And then we also need to focus up for a little bit. Focus leveled up. I do wish the focus meter was still on screen right there while you were doing it, though. I like watching the thing tick upwards. Because we're hungry right now, I've got synth fruit in here that'll give us fitness and also give us food. So we should be covered on that front, and now we should be open to do other stuff. Let's get on the black market and let's write a couple more books, I think, just so we can get passive income cruising. All right. We'll do a study on money. All right. Techno-paganism. That's an interesting and odd subject that I didn't know we were going to be plugging into. Do I have, so I can hack the train again, but it looks like we can get the suspension system, we can get the fuel system, or we can get the ballast. Fuel, I guess? Yeah, let's knock out fuel real fast. It's going to take us a little while, but I think it'll be worth it.
Don't forget to keep your performance high.
Yeah, each layer takes more time than the previous one.
All right, back to food. So we've got some tea in here. That'll give us focus. Maybe eat a synth fruit, and that's about the best that I can do for right now. Hygiene's still looking okay, but all of our other meters need to be babysat. So let's candle it up for a minute. We're just going to enjoy our Yankee candles over here real fast until we feel better. It's now officially Tuesday, which is kind of problematic. Wish that it was not Tuesday. I'm a little bit scared for my safety right now. Get a little bit of rest back into our system, and our fitness is falling apart right now. Bookshop payout. We made 6 sales, and we got 24 drachmas. Nice. I will take that. Let's get some water in there to help out with hygiene so that it doesn't take quite as long. And then we'll eat a fruit. And then over here, I think I need a couple more fruits, like 2 teas, and do the rest bottled water. And then once we've got that all covered, we should be good. Okay, so now with fitness and hygiene being our lowest contenders, let's get another one of the train seals done. Suspension, sure. Let's suspend this train on up. I'd like to be free. Maybe it's only while you're filling the meter you're actively getting the -2 seconds. Because I noticed that it does like a fat jump right at the beginning when I start.
Don't push yourself too far.
All right, so we've got that covered. We're controlling 5 out of 10 systems on the train right now. It'd be really, really cool if you got control of these. You can actually like leave your room and go to other cells, and there's like other characters you can interact with. Like there's different various things you can do to buy yourself more time and sort of like cash in, because at the end of the day, this is really just a resource management game where you're like babysitting meters and you're trying to manage your time properly. And so why not add significantly more layers? We've got 2 hours of sabotage. The train has come to a stop now that we control the suspension system. Very nice. I'm going to give myself a celebratory shower. All right, celebratory shower accomplished. All of our other meters look somewhat okay. I'm going to eat some of this synth fruit, though, just to top me up on fitness before we go back into doing other stuff. I mean, I feel like we just keep hacking the train. I feel like we're a little bit ahead of the curve right now. Then again, we do have 2 hours of downtime, so maybe I should do something else. Let's see if we can get another book or 2 written. There we go. Give me the book writing speed. I'm like digital Michael Crichton, dude. Give me another book over here. If we can keep this cash trickling on in so that I don't need to spend time doing jobs, that would be highly optimal. All right, so we got a little bit more adaptation. I got 7 points right now. Okay, let me get to 1.3 speed. So we got 30% more speed on jobs. I don't know exactly what that means, but let's take one of it and see if we can feel the difference. And then from there, is there anything new on the black market? Can I search for more stuff? No, I was hoping I could get more like cyberware and stuff and like really like gear out my guy. We can get 10 bucks right here. It's only 50 minutes. We're not really doing much right now. Why not? Yeah, it looks like the clicking is only active for like the initial portion of you filling up the meter, and then from there you just gotta wait it out maybe. I don't know, a little bit more explanation needed on how that functions. I need focus and I need fitness. All right, I'm gonna fit this fish in my mouth. That'll help out a little bit.
Brain implants are supposed to be supportive to the guy providing the headspace, right?
Yes, but unfortunately, it seems we're both stuck inside your mind.
All right, so I've got my focus filled back up. We can probably get away with just eating fruit for our fitness, but we are going to have to rest at a certain point. Yeah, let's get a little rest on in here, and then I'm going to check the screen to see how long we have before we get lobotomized. 92 hours. Okay, so 92 hours before we get lobotomized. Let's get a little bit of physical fitness. Yeah, dude, do some burpees. There you go. Burpee it up for a second. Now I need another shower. Although I guess I could have just drank a bunch of waters and that would have filled it up. It's okay. It'll be all right. For rest, I think tea does that, doesn't it? Yeah, tea gives us a little bit of rest. Cool. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and get the 3D printer making us some more food real fast. So I ate a couple fruits. I ate a couple teas. I don't think I fiddled around with water too much, so that should be fine. With 91 hours remaining, let's hack this final node because the last one shut the train down. So, like, if we can shut this bad boy down again and buy ourselves another couple hours, I wouldn't be against it.
Middle layer down. This is the final stretch.
All right, so middle layer's down and the train has been disabled for another 2.5 hours. Awesome. That's perfect. I don't know if I've made any money off selling books. My highest grossing book is Cyber Warfare. Apparently a lot of people out there in the general public want to use bits and bobs and O's and ones to wipe each other out. But yeah, I think in general, this is kind of like a weird title that's very, very hard to describe to people. I think that as I was fooling around with the demo, I kept getting struck by this feeling that it feels like there are pieces missing, or it feels like there needs to be more layers to the game that are going on, like things that you can do when you get control of the train so that you can make things happen and increase your chances of actually escaping from the train. And the good news there is that I actually made a little cut and an edit back there, and I started looking at all the press materials, and I started going through all the screenshots and all the videos and everything else. And from what I can tell, those layers are actually there, we just haven't gotten to them yet. And so when I was taking a look at the various screenshots and things of that nature, I saw screenshots where there's a whole bunch of different currencies at the top of the screen that you're using. I saw another screenshot and another reference inside the materials that at some point we are actively going to get control of this train and we're going to be able to pilot it to other spots from what it looked like inside of the screenshot. And so my initial thing when I came through and I started doing my closing thoughts for this is like, yeah, it's an interesting game using incremental mechanics, but it feels a little bit too simple. Like, it feels like the actions that you take inside the world need to have a lot more effect and other things that bounce off of them and reflect off of them, and they allow you to do other things. And the good news there is, from looking at all the supplemental materials and whatnot, and I'm glad that I did, otherwise this video would have been kind of embarrassing, it looks like we're going to get there, and those things are going to be there, but we're working through the earlier, simpler systems of the game as of right now. But the voice acting thus far has been quite good. I'm interested in the storyline, like, what did this character actually invent that's got him locked up on this train? It has to be something super evil, like Soul Killer from Cyberpunk, effectively, because they're going to use our own hacking creation on us as a torture device if we allow this train to get to the prison. And so it seems like there's going to be unfolding layers of gameplay as we go further on in, but given the fact that it was a demo, I figured I would just jump in blind and see what the game has going on for it. And so far, were it not for if I hadn't seen those screenshots and videos, I would have kind of shrugged and been like, all right, it's an incremental game, whatever. But now that I've seen all those screenshots, I'm kind of curious what comes next. When do I get control of the train? When I finish this little puzzle right here? How long does the demo go? Like, when do I get to the base building aspect of the game? Or is that even a base building aspect of the game? But I guess I'll leave something to the imagination. You guys can go check out the demo. This game is called Carbonflesh. And frankly, I don't see a whole lot of interesting things in indie games anymore. But this right here is interesting. I like this. This reminds me of the indie games that used to come out in like 2011, where everything was kind of a fresh new take on something that you haven't seen before. And so while this wasn't exactly blowing the hinges off the door with action or anything else, I do like the Jones and the fast lane management part of the game. And now I'm just waiting for the thing to open up and get to the stuff that I saw in the screenshots and the videos. And so maybe we'll check it out once the game comes out, and maybe I'll play for a couple hours first, and then I'll let you know how it went. My name is Splattercat. This is Carbonflesh. Every single day, I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day, so you don't have to. I'll be back tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet, but for now, this was Carbonflesh. Take care, folks, and that's all I got for you.